Okay. Okay, everyone. I'll just pin myself. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Today's session is on brain and immunity connection. If some of you are new and haven't joined the WhatsApp group, please join it. Rupali, please share the link on the chat of Zoom. In the group, we'll be sharing regular updates on our webinars as well as the recipes that we share with you. I also wanted to take this moment and tell you that Ayurveda is soon launching an app. A lot of the recipes that we share will now be posted on the app. We will give you the link of the app maybe by next week. That app also is meant for parent to parent communication. It is like a community where you don't have to show your face or tell your name, hide your video. You can just talk to more parents and find answers and just listen to their um, questions. If you have answers, you can respond to them. It is about building a community without revealing your identity if you don't want to. Coming back to this, before I start, I would want to once again thank the Tata Power Trust, NIPID, and Pay Attention program for this opportunity that we have got as Ayurved and you have got. I think it's an excellent platform to learn more about neurodiversity and nutrition. So let's begin today by helping you understand how does immunity play a huge role in neurodiversity. So these are the three main pillars where immunity can have an impact, which is neural connection. We have spoken about neural connections in our brain, on the behavior of the child, and on cognition. Cognition means learning, memory, focus. So these will be the three areas where, when I tell you more about immunity and neurodiversity today, you will mostly understand that these are the key areas where immunity can have an impact. So the stronger the immune system, the better these three will be. The weaker the immune system, you will see negative impacts in all these three areas. Okay, now this is something very interesting. What is immune system? We always talk about immunity, but what is an immune system? Is it like an organ, like stomach or kidney or liver that you can just hold on to? Or is it like different elements trying to protect your body, which collectively together we call as our immune system? So immune system is like a personal army that the body has, and it will protect the body from any kind of infection or bacteria, virus, fungi attacking the body. So it is a personal army to you. The stronger army, the well-trained army you have, the better will be your immunity. Imagine India with its all the defense people on the border, the stronger, the more they are, the more safe your country is. Now, moving on, if you look at this image on the right side, this is how your immune cells or immune system will work in the body. It will cut off the damaged cells, it will protect you from infection, it will cut off the infected cells also, it will help repair the body once it has identified what the infection is. And one very important thing that it does for a neurodiverse child is it regulates gut and brain connection. I will talk about this later as well, but immune system has a huge role in regulating gut and brain connection and definitely balancing hormones, which I think is extremely important when we speak about hyperactivity or ADHD of a child. Okay, so the immune system, which is your body's security team, which I just told you about. Now imagine, look at this photo. You have some gates, you have guards, you have multiple gates. So this is how your body's immune system will look like. Now, what happens if the body lacks one of these security measures? What if one of these doors don't get locked? What if the thief or somebody attacking your body is able to enter your body? When that happens, then the body gets infections, it gets allergies. And how is the body protecting you then? What happens? So you have these parts of the body, which is skin, your nose, your saliva, your stomach acid. And they act as these gates or the shields which will stop the germs from entering inside your body. Now, that is the first layer of protection. These are, and you can see them on your skin, on your body, on top of your body. You know that these will stop the infection from entering your body. But what if they enter? What if somehow your first level of shield, somehow the bacteria were able to break that shield and enter your body? Then what happens? Then how does the immune system work? Then that is called the second level of protection. If the germs enter your body, the second level of protection that is given by your body is the white blood cells. I think a lot of us know this word. We normally call it WBCs. These are the WBCs. They start fighting the infection. So the body has these um, security levels at multiple levels, the primary level, the secondary level. I'll give you an example. Let's say you get hurt. And then you see there's pus, you see that white thing that comes on top of your infection. That is WBC. That means whenever you see that, I'll give you an example of a pimple. When you get a pimple, you see some white kind of thing that comes on top of pimple. That is WBC. When you get the white thing, you should be assured that your body is now fighting the infection, and whatever it is, it will get cured. Body will repair itself. Okay, moving on. So, what are the signs of a strong immune system? Two main signs that are of a strong immune system is your immune system will always remember the germs it attacked. That the germs which attacked your body, your immune system will remember, so that next time when the same germs are attacking, it will provide a shield. At times, you don't know. At times, the body is not able to understand that the infection coming to me, or let's say an outside body attacking my body, is the good virus or a bad virus. But once it attacks and the body realizes, this was a bad virus. Next time when the same virus is attacking, your immune system will act very fast and it will not let it attack your body. That is a sign of a strong immune system. The second is when the battle is over, when your immune system is done fighting that infection, it will help clean up. It will remove all the waste material that attacker has left behind. It will help repair your body. Now, let's say you want to build an immune system. Now you've understood immune system has a huge role to play. Now, how do I build a strong immune system? So there are these 5 things that I mentioned on the slide. I will read them out to you if you're on your phone. Number 1, most important, which we learned most about in this session, is nutrition. Nutrition will always increase the immune strength in the body. Number 2, this is something we learned about in our last session, which was about gut and brain, that gut health is very, very important. Today, what I'm going to tell you is your gut has 70 to 80% of the immune system. So, if you want to have a very strong immune system, you need to have a very, very strong gut. Number 3, movement, which again you will learn today. Every session we are teaching you movement, you will get to learn today as well. Movement will make your immune system stronger. So any kind of physical activity that you or your child are doing are only making your immune system stronger. 4th point, sleep. This topic I will cover in the next session, but on a very high level, when your body sleeps, it releases a protein called cytokines and T cells. You don't have to remember these names. You just need to know that when your body is sleeping, it is helping fight infections. Which is, if you ever notice your child has a viral infection, a bacterial infection, sleep is one key way of helping your child recover and recover faster. Last, when I talk about stress management, I know our children don't have the kind of stress we have, but the kind of stress they show is sensory overload and anxiety. And both these things can weaken the immunity. And it will also reduce the production of WBCs, white blood cells. So it is very, very important to keep the stress levels or sensory overload of the child extremely low. I can help you. I'm just mentioning here if some of you want to discuss more about some products that can help your child reduce the stress levels, like swing. A lot of children, and it's a scientifically proven product that there are some sensory swings which you can use, which will help to reduce the anxiety and sensory overload. We have it. If you want it, you can get in touch with us separately, but whatever way you find, you have to keep the sensory overload and anxiety of the child extremely low. And everybody who's a parent here, but who's also a caregiver, try to have these kind of products in your center as well, so that it will keep the child very calm, and that will also keep the immunity high. Now, I have a question here. I told you a couple of things. Tell me, where is the immune system placed in the body? Where do you find maximum number of immunity cells in the body? You can type in the chat box. I'll just have a look. Yes, absolutely. The maximum number of immunity cells, 70 to 80% of your immunity cells are present in the gut. Just remember this. Okay. I touched upon this earlier, that immunity impacts gut and gut impacts immunity. They are beautifully interconnected. So the session we took last time and the session I'm taking today are absolutely interconnected and very, very important for the brain health of any child, any person, but extremely important for a neurodiverse child. Again, I'm repeating here. Our gut has 70 to 80% of our immune system. Our 70 to 80% of the immune cells are in the gut. And when you have poor immunity, it often leads to imbalance of the gut. And I told you last time, what does imbalance mean? Imbalance means that ideally, in a good state, you should have more good bacteria. But when there is imbalance, your body may have less good bacteria and more bad bacteria. And what does that do? Last time we heard about a vagus nerve going between our gut and the brain. It will start affecting that connection between the gut and the brain, that highway, that road. It will start impacting that. So the impact on neurodiverse children are on three things. If your immunity is low, you will directly see the impact on the gut. With the imbalance in the gut, it will increase anxiety, hyperactivity, and mood swings. It will also have a direct impact on the digestion of the child. You already know that a neurodiverse child's digestion is weak. This will make it even weaker. You will notice more diarrhea, more constipation. This is how a bad low immunity can weaken the gut. The third thing is, if your gut has become weak because of low immunity, it will lead to low, poor absorption of nutrients. So whatever food your child is eating, you will feel kuch nahi ho raha. I'm feeding my child everything, uske body mein kuch nahi lag raha. Because your body, your gut is not able to absorb the nutrients as well, and it will directly impact the cognition and the emotional health of the child. This is how immunity is impacting gut. Now let's see how is gut impacting the immunity. Look at the diagram. This will give you some idea that there is a weak gut. Weak gut means more bad bacteria. This is something I've already told you. When you have more bad bacteria, there's a lining of the gut that becomes very thin. When that becomes thin, more infection can attack our body, so our immunity becomes low. When our immunity becomes low, it directly impacts the brain and gut signal. And when there is a broken brain and gut signal, it impacts again your cognition and your behavior. which means whether आप इस side से देखो या इस side से देखो, whether you have weak immunity, it is impacting the gut. If you have weak gut, it is impacting the immunity. You need to make sure both these things are equally strong. Just look at this road, this highway between the brain and the gut. The message between the brain and the gut that we spoke about last time, the vagus nerve, it just helps keep things very, very smooth. Our body is able to listen and react accordingly. It will keep the child very calm. The mood will be in control. There will be more focus. But what if there is traffic jam in this highway? What if it gets blocked? Then the signals are not going to each other as smoothly, which means your child will face a lot of tantrums, aggression, low immunity, definitely also lack of focus, lack of learning. So low cognition will happen. Okay, now look at this photo that I have made. It shows you an immunity shield which is broken, which means what if my immune system is broken? It is weak, and outside infection is able to attack my child. So what happens, especially in case of a neurodiverse child? This is something we touched upon. I'm repeating this, that there will be delayed neural connections, which means we have spoken about neural connections in our brain, the way connections are formed. So a child is able to learn fast, recall fast, do a better speech, do better memory, build eye contact. Everything will get impacted. Your child will also be very irritated, very aggressive, emotionally not regulated. So there'll be behavioral changes. And the third thing is cognition, which means it will also impact memory, it will also impact learning. So for any child, for anybody, a strong immune system is important. But for a neurodiverse child, I will say please work more on it, because you don't want your child to be overly sensitive, hyperactive, irritated, aggressive. You want your child to focus and learn, because they have to work a little bit extra to be able to calm themselves down. So we have to make sure that their immune system is strong, vis-a-vis their gut is also very strong. Okay, this is something where very specifically I'm talking about how an immune system will matter to a child who has ADHD. An immune system plays a very, very important role in releasing or creating these chemicals called serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. If the body is creating low serotonin, that means uh, it is giving more anxiety to your child. Your child is not calm. It is giving emotional dysregulation. And one of, again, the biggest problems of having low serotonin is a hormone which I've told you many times earlier, which helps you be calm. It impacts the child's sleep. So if your child has a weak immunity, then it will directly impact the production of this chemical called serotonin, and it will directly impact the child's sleep. Second is dopamine, the motivation to learn, the motivation to do things. Um, when you have low immunity, it will result in low dopamine creation, which will directly impact the attention and focus of the child. Lastly, it is GABA. With low immunity levels, low GABA levels will be produced. There will be low GABA levels in the body, which will result in the child being extremely sensitive. His sensory overload will be very, very high. I can tell you a few foods which we have touched upon in the past. Just for GABA, I'm telling you. Generally, also, you can keep these foods in mind. Nothing new. There is walnut, there is spinach, there is sweet potato. I think Rupali has already shared a lot of recipes around these three things, and you should include it in your daily diet, because GABA as a chemical, as a hormone, is very important for any child who has ADHD. Now I will take you through these five parts very, very quickly as to how is immunity impacting these five parts. Prefrontal cortex, you already know, the manager of the brain, which is making sure that you take the right decision, you have attention, you have self-control, focus, learning, everything. A low immunity will obviously lower down all these things, low focus, um, low decision-making power, low learning. What you have to keep in mind to build immunity for prefrontal cortex is to consume foods which are rich in antioxidants. We have touched upon this earlier, and these foods generally are nuts and anything which is green leaf. Berries, which you can get in India, stick to those. These kind of foods will help you build immunity for your prefrontal cortex. Now, for amygdala, which is the emotional center of the brain, which helps to keep the anxiety levels of your child in control. Your child will face less emotional dysregulation. Emotionally control mein rahega. His fear will be less. His stress will be under control. The foods which are important for this are probiotic rich foods. Last time we touched upon this. Probiotics are there in yogurt, dahi, or any fermented food like idli dosa as well. Or even if you go and sprout any kind of green moong dal or the chana, everything that you sprout will also help in it's a part of probiotic food. It will help to keep the child very, very calm. I think by now you should have understood that the kind of foods we are telling you are not just good for one thing, they're good for many, many more things. Okay, next. This is the new term that you will hear today, and I'm touching on this because it plays a huge role in sleep. We will touch on this later also in the next session, but hypothalamus. Now, hypothalamus is responsible for regulating hormones in a child, the appetite and sleep. Uh, any kind of immunity, the way it impacts this, it will give you hormonal imbalance. The sleep cycle will not be good. And most of the time, you will find your child getting irritated and very, very tired and fatigued. The kind of food you have to give to your child to make sure your child sleeps well, hormones are regulated, is zinc rich in magnesium. We have touched on both these kinds of foods in the past, but again, on a very high level, magnesium again is there in spinach and bananas. Palak mein hai, banana mein hai. The zinc rich foods, pumpkin seeds, chola, all that will help manage this part of the brain and keep the immunity high. Cerebellum, which is important for the child to understand his body movement and balance. Now, this has a huge role to play, of course, in any neurodiverse child, and any kind of low immunity is going to impact the child in their motor skills and coordination. Foods which are rich in omega-3, which is DHA rich foods, and vitamin E will help protect the cerebellum. So, this builds immunity for the cerebellum. Now, lastly, hippocampus, which is important for our memory, retrieving memory, storing memories. Any kind of low immunity, it basically impacts the memory power of the brain, which directly impacts the learning power of the child. Now, foods like walnuts, avocado, turmeric. We touched on turmeric last time as well. Haldi. They are very, very good to provide your hippocampus the immunity it needs. Now, um, I generally believe, and I've told you this many times, give your child the daily nuts that they can eat. Give your child haldi wala doodh if they're taking milk, or haldi in some other form. Haldi, turmeric also it's very, very good for magnesium, which helps to calm down your child. Especially when you give this haldi milk in the night, you will see your child is having a great sleep because it is helping your child give it magnesium as well. And magnesium will help relax your child. Now I have a question. I'll stop sharing. Okay, wait, let me share that screen at least. Okay, question is what percentage of immune cells are found in the gut? You can put the answer in the chat of Zoom. What percentage of immune cells are found in the gut? Yeah. Yes, 70 to 80% of the immune cells are found in the gut. My second question to you is, which of the following is not a part of immune system? Out of these four options, skin, nose, nails, saliva. Out of these four options, which one of these is not a part of your immune system? Yes, it is the nails. Yeah. Okay, good. I think a lot of you have understood uh, the crux of the presentation today. Uh, that you definitely need to keep in mind that how immunity and gut are so interlinked and how both of them will have a huge role to play in keeping the brain health of your neurodiverse child extremely high. Now I will share the screen. I will pin Rupali and we can start with recipes. If any one of you have questions, you can ask me on the 1 second, Rupali. I have to. Can you unmute yourself, please? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you can start, Rupali.
हेलो एवरीवन, सो वी आर बैक अगेन। आज मैं आपको इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करने के लिए स्पेशली कुछ ऐसी रेसिपीज बताऊंगी जो कि इक्वली हेल्पफुल हैं फॉर ब्रेन बूस्टिंग आल्सो। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। ड्रमस्टिक सूप, आपको याद होगा मैंने आपको लास्ट सेशंस में बताया था एक मोरिंगा पाउडर, मोरिंगा लीव्स, जो कि आपको मैंने पराठे की रेसिपी बताई थी। वाई मोरिंगा? एक्चुअली मोरिंगा जो एक ट्री है, इट इज नोन एज अ मैजिकल ट्री। उसका हर एक पार्ट कुछ ना कुछ हेल्थ बेनिफिट जरूर देता है। जैसे कि मोरिंगा के फ्लावर्स जो हैं वो हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस को सही करने में हेल्प करते हैं। मोरिंगा के जो पॉड्स हैं, जो उसके फ्रूट्स हैं लंबे लंबे जो आते हैं, दैट हेल्प्स इन इंक्रीजिंग एचबी, हीमोग्लोबिन बढ़ाने में, एंड इम्यून सिस्टम को स्ट्रांग करने में हेल्प करते हैं। उसके सीड्स जो है वो एक नेचुरल प्रीबायोटिक एक्ट करते हैं, नेचुरल फॉर्म ऑफ प्रीबायोटिक है, गट हेल्थ के लिए बहुत ही ज्यादा यूजफुल है। उसकी लीव्स पावरफुल एंटीऑक्सीडेंट है, जो कि आपको मैंने लास्ट टाइम ही बताया था, ब्रेन हेल्थ के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो मोरिंगा जो है उसमें 7 टाइम्स ज्यादा विटामिन सी होता है इन कंपैरिजन टू ऑरेंज। हम लोग बहुत बेसिक चीजें जानते हैं कि ऑरेंज विटामिन सी दे रहा है, बट मोरिंगा जो होता है उसमें ऑरेंज के कंपैरिजन में 7 टाइम्स ज्यादा विटामिन सी होता है, जो कि इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करने के लिए सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूट्रिएंट है। लोडेड विथ जिंक एंड आयरन, ये जिंक एंड आयरन के रिच सोर्स होते हैं। नेचुरल एंटी माइक्रोबियल एंड एंटी फंगल प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं मोरिंगा में। एंड जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, मिल्क से 7 टाइम्स ज्यादा इसमें कैल्शियम होता है। तो ट्राई टू इंक्लूड मोरिंगा इन एनी ऑफ योर किड्स मील एवरी डे। किसी भी फॉर्म में आप ऐड कर सकते हो, आप पराठे के फॉर्म में या ये सूप के फॉर्म में, या फिर आप मोरिंगा के जो पॉड्स हैं उनको आप राइस में यूज कर सकते हो। आप किसी ना किसी तरह से कोशिश कीजिए कि मोरिंगा को आप कहीं ना कहीं यूज करें अपने बच्चे की डेली डाइट में। तो मोरिंगा सूप इज वन ऑफ द इजिएस्ट वे। आप 2 ड्रमस्टिक ले लीजिए और अनियन ले लीजिए एंड क्लव्स, लहसुन, जिसका हमने आपको एक टिप भी दिया था कि लहसुन बहुत ही अच्छा इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रांग करने के लिए एजेंट है। ब्लैक पेपर, घी, 2 कप वाटर एंड सॉल्ट टू टेस्ट। आप ड्रमस्टिक को बॉईल कर लीजिए 10 मिनट्स के लिए और उसको मैश कर लीजिए उसके पल्प को। एंड देन थोड़ा सा घी में ओनियन को एंड गार्लिक को सॉटे करके ड्रमस्टिक का जो एक्सट्रैक्ट है उसको छन्नी में छान के आप डाल लीजिए, एंड ऊपर से ब्लैक पेपर थोड़ा सा स्प्रिंकल कर दीजिए। 5 मिनट तक इसको सिम फ्लेम पे कुक करने के बाद आप गरम गरम बच्चे को आराम से सर्व कर सकते हैं। इस एक बोल ऑफ मोरिंगा सूप से आपको आप अपने बच्चे को 1 से 2 mg आयरन प्रोवाइड कर पाएंगे, मैग्नीशियम 10 to 15 mg, विटामिन सी 15 to 20 mg, कैल्शियम 30 to 50 mg। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज मैम। ये चार्ट देख के आपको ये समझ में आएगा कि बच्चे की बॉडी को सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत जो होती है वो कैल्शियम की होती है। बाकी सारी चीजें तो आप प्रोवाइड करा दोगे, लेकिन कैल्शियम के लिए आपको एक्स्ट्रा ध्यान देना पड़ेगा कि आप बच्चे की डेली नीड जो है कैल्शियम की वो मीट कर पा रहे हैं या नहीं, जिसके लिए मैं आपको आगे बताऊंगी। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। नेक्स्ट रेसिपी जो है वो है मखाना एंड ड्राई डेट्स एंड आलमंड मिल्क। मिल्क जो है वो हम जानते ही हैं कि रिच सोर्स ऑफ कैल्शियम होता है, बट अगर आपको लगता है कि बच्चे को आपके डॉक्टर ने मना किया हुआ है, आप कोई भी कैसीन फ्री डाइट के लिए सजेस्ट किया है, तो आप प्लांट बेस्ड मिल्क ले सकते हैं, या फिर आप इस रेसिपी को पानी में भी बना के बच्चे को दे सकते हैं। आपको 1 कप गर्म दूध लेना है, 5 to 6 मखाना रोस्टेड, 2 ड्राई डेट्स सूखा हुआ जो छुआरा होता है वो, 4 आलमंड्स सोक्ड एंड पील्ड। उसको सोक एंड पील करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है, क्योंकि उसमें जब आप उसको सोक एंड उसके जो उसका जो कवर है उसमें उसको निकालते हो तो उसमें फाइटिक एसिड होता है जो कि न्यूट्रिएंट्स के अब्जॉर्प्शन को रोकता है। तो वो आपको भिगो के, मतलब ये तो सभी जानते हैं मोस्टली कि भिगो के और छिल के बादाम देते हैं, बट उसके पीछे साइंटिफिक रीजन है। पिंच ऑफ नगमेट पाउडर, जायफल बहुत ही ज्यादा फायदेमंद होता है इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करने में। एंड ½ टीस्पून जैगरी, ऑप्शनल अगर आपको लगता है, अदरवाइज ये जो डेट्स है दिस इज अ नेचुरल स्वीटनर, उससे भी हल्का सा मिठास आ जाएगा। तो आपको ब्लेंड करना है आलमंड एंड सोक छुआरा को, एक स्मूथ पेस्ट बना लीजिए। क्रश कर लीजिए मखाना को, जो ड्राई रोस्ट किए हुए हैं उसको पाउडर्ड फॉर्म में कर लीजिए एकदम। एंड दूध को थोड़ा सा उबालने के लिए चढ़ा दीजिए, एंड उसमें अब ये सारी चीजें जो पेस्ट है मखाना एंड नटमेग पाउडर जो है उसको आप ऐड कर दीजिए। एंड अगर आपको लग रहा है कि थोड़ा कम मीठा है तो आप ऊपर से जैगरी ऐड कर सकते हैं। जैगरी इज अ रिच सोर्स ऑफ आयरन। तो ये एक जो ग्लास है, नॉर्मल ग्लास ऑफ दिस मिल्क, ये आपके बच्चे को 250 to 300 mg ऑफ कैल्शियम प्रोवाइड करेगा, 30 to 40 mg ऑफ मैग्नीशियम प्रोवाइड करेगा, 1 to 2 mg ऑफ आयरन, जिंक 0.5 to 1 mg, एंड विटामिन ई 1 to 2 mg। तो कैल्शियम मैग्नीशियम जैसे मैंने आपको दिखाया, जनरली हम लोग रात में दूध पीते हैं। मतलब ये एक ट्रेडिशन है इंडिया में कि रात में चलो सोने के टाइम दूध दे दो। उसका एक रीजन यही है कि वो एक मैग्नीशियम का सोर्स हो जाता है अगर आप उसमें हल्दी मिलाते हैं या फिर कुछ भी ऐसे नट्स एंड सीड्स मिलाते हैं। एंड वो एक आपके को एक रिलैक्स एंड कामिंग इफेक्ट आपको और बच्चों को देता है, जिससे कि आप एक साउंड स्लीप ले सकते हैं। कैल्शियम जो मैंने आपको बताया था फर्स्ट, इससे पहले वाली स्लाइड में, कि कैल्शियम एक ऐसा न्यूट्रिएंट है जिसकी सबसे ज्यादा क्वांटिटी में रिक्वायरमेंट होती है एक बच्चे के बॉडी के लिए एक दिन में। तो अगर आप जैसे आपने ये एक दूध दिया, तो ये एक दूध से उसको 250 to 300 mg कैल्शियम मिल जाएगा। उसके बाद आपने मोरिंगा सूप एज अ स्टार्टर दे दिया, या फिर शाम को स्नैक्स के तौर पे दे दिया, उससे उसको एक अच्छा अमाउंट ऑफ कैल्शियम मिल जाएगा। एंड देन आपने जैसे आपको बहुत ध्यान रखना है कि आप कौन कौन से फूड एंड इंग्रेडिएंट्स यूज कर रहे हैं बच्चे के लिए। एक नॉर्मल रोटी अगर आप दे रहे हो बच्चे को, तो उससे बच्चे को 20 mg मिलेगा कैल्शियम। लेकिन अगर उसी नॉर्मल व्हीट की रोटी को आपने रिप्लेस कर दिया रागी की रोटी से, तो जस्ट डबल ऑफ द अमाउंट कैल्शियम मिलने लग जाएगा, उसको 40 mg कैल्शियम मिलने लग जाएगा। तो आपको हर एक जो इंग्रेडिएंट आप बच्चे के डेली रूटीन में, डेली के फूड आइटम्स में आप यूज कर रहे हो, आपको बहुत ही ध्यान से यूज करना है। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। Ayurvedic significance of the ingredient which has been used in these recipes: ड्रमस्टिक मोरिंगा, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया था, वात एंड कफ के को बैलेंस करता है। जो मैंने आपको पहले भी बताई हुई है कि 3 एनर्जीज हैं जो आयुर्वेदा में वर्क करती हैं पूरी बॉडी एंड ब्रेन हेल्थ को मेंटेन रखने के लिए: वात, कफ एंड पित्त। पित्त जो है वो डाइजेशन एंड मेटाबॉलिज्म को सिग्निफाई करता है। कफ जो है वो इम्यूनिटी एंड रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम को सिग्निफाई करता है। एंड वात जो है वो आपके ग्रोथ एंड बॉडी के पूरे ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट को सिग्निफाई करता है। तो जो ड्रम स्टिक है वो रिच इन विटामिन सी है, एंटीऑक्सीडेंट है, एंटी इन्फ्लेमेटरी कंपाउंड्स है इसमें, जो कि रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने में एंड इन्फेक्शन से फाइट बैक करने में हेल्प करते हैं। ब्लैक पेपर जो कफ को बैलेंस करता है, जब चाहे हमें बहुत ज्यादा सर्दी जुकाम होता है या फिर कंजेशन होता है, जनरली हम अपने चाय में काली मिर्च का पाउडर डालते हैं। उसका एक कारण यही होता है क्योंकि इसका जो एक कंपोनेंट है पेपराइन, वो एंटी इन्फ्लेमेटरी एंड एंटी बैक्टीरियल प्रॉपर्टीज हैं उसमें, जो कि रेस्पिरेटरी ट्रैक्ट को क्लियर करता है। बच्चे अगर चाय नहीं पी रहे हैं तो कोई बात नहीं, आप लेकिन उनको किसी ना किसी फॉर्म में उनके खाने में आप काली मिर्च जरूर ऐड करें, जैसे कि सूप में आप ऐड कर सकते हो। ओनियन, अनियन जो है वो कफ को बैलेंस करता है। आप कोशिश कीजिए कि आप अगर बच्चे को सर्दी जुकाम है तो आप कहीं ना कहीं किसी फॉर्म में अनियन जरूर दे दें, चाहे आप पराठे में अनियन काट के दे दें, चाहे दाल चावल दे रहे हैं तो उसके साथ अनियन दे दें, बिकॉज अनियन में एक जो कंपाउंड होता है क्वेरस्टिन, वो एक नेचुरल एंटीऑक्सीडेंट है जो कि इम्यूनिटी को बूस्ट करने में हेल्प करता है। नेचुरल एंटीबायोटिक है, इन्फेक्शन से फाइट बैक करने में हेल्प करता है, एंड म्यूकस एक्युमुलेशन जो होता है, बच्चे को जो कफ बनता है उसको भी काटने में, उसको उससे उनको रिलीफ प्रोवाइड करवाने में काफी हेल्पफुल है। गार्लिक वात एंड कफ को बैलेंस करता है। सल्फर कंपाउंड होता है एक इसमें, एलिसिन, उसमें ये रिच होता है, एंड एंटी बैक्टीरियल, एंटीवायरल एंड एंटी फंगल प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं लहसुन में। इसीलिए मैंने आपको पहले भी एक बार टिप दी थी ग्रुप में कि लहसुन और अजवाइन को भून के अगर आप बच्चे के पास पोटली में बांध के रखेंगे तो उसका बन नाक बहुत जल्दी खुल जाता है। तो या फिर आप यही दोनों चीजों को सरसों के तेल में थोड़ा गर्म करके इससे बच्चे की चेस्ट पे मालिश करेंगे या पैर के तलवों पे मालिश करेंगे, सर पे मालिश करेंगे, तो ठंडी जो बच्चों को लगती है, छोटे बच्चों को, उनको काफी फायदा होता है इससे। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। मखाना फॉक्सनट वात एंड कफ को बैलेंस करने में हेल्प करता है और हाई इन एंटीऑक्सीडेंट एंड फ्लेवनॉइड है। ये जो है ये ऑक्सीडेटिव स्ट्रेस से प्रोटेक्ट करने में हेल्प करते हैं, जिससे कि मतलब बॉडी जो है इन्फेक्शन से फाइट बैक करने के लिए स्ट्रांग होती है। ड्राई डेट्स छुआरा वाता एंड कफ को बैलेंस करने में हेल्प करता है, रिच इन आयरन एंड फाइबर है। आयरन आपको पहले ही बताया था हमने कि वो ब्रेन में ऑक्सीजन की सप्लाई को रेगुलेट करता है, एंड इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर इम्यूनिटी बूस्टिंग ऑल्सो, इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करने में काफी हेल्पफुल है। रिच इन फाइबर है, जैसा मैम ने आपको बताया, वंदिता मैम ने, कि गट एंड इम्यूनिटी इज इंटरकनेक्टेड, तो गट हेल्थ को भी सही रखना बहुत जरूरी है ताकि बॉडी इफेक्टिवली अपने इम्यून सिस्टम को बिल्ड कर पाए टू फाइट अगेंस्ट डिजीज कॉजिंग बैक्टीरियाज। आलमंड सोक्ड एंड पील्ड आलमंड्स वात एंड कफ पित्त को बैलेंस करने में हेल्प करते हैं। रिच सोर्स ऑफ विटामिन ई है, विटामिन सी, विटामिन ई, ये कुछ ऐसे विटामिन हैं जो कि इम्यूनिटी बूस्ट करने के लिए बहुत ही ज्यादा फायदेमंद है। तो ये इम्यून सेल्स को प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं। नटमेग जायफल वात को बैलेंस करने में हेल्प करता है, एंटी माइक्रोबियल एंड एंटी इन्फ्लेमेटरी प्रॉपर्टीज होती हैं जो कि इन्फेक्शन से फाइट बैक, ये सारी चीजें, सारे इंग्रेडिएंट्स, मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर हेल्पिंग इन फाइटिंग बैक द इन्फेक्शन। जो डिजीज कॉजिंग बैक्टीरिया हैं बॉडी के सॉरी बाहर एनवायरनमेंट में, बॉडी को इतना स्ट्रांग करते हैं कि वो उन बैक्टीरिया से फाइट बैक करें और वो बैक्टीरिया बॉडी में एंटर ना कर पाए या फिर बॉडी को इफेक्ट ना कर पाए। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। आयुर्वेदा में काफी इंपॉर्टेंट सिग्निफिकेंस है। जो यूटेंसिल्स, मैंने आपको पहले कुछ जो सेशंस हुए हैं उसमें बताया था कि अर्दन पॉट्स एंड आयरन पॉट्स का क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है, किस किस लिए वो इतने इंपॉर्टेंट थे और अर्लियर टाइम में क्यों हम लोग उसी को यूज करते थे। आज मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि सिल्वर, कॉपर एंड ब्रास यूटेंसिल्स, हम सभी ने अपने बहुत, मतलब नानी दादी के घर में जब हम लोग स्टार्टिंग में जाते थे, ब्रास की बड़ी बड़ी थालियां होती थी, कढ़ाई होते थे, भगोने होते थे, उसी में खाना पकता था। आज अब काफी ज्यादा वापस आ रहा है आफ्टर कोरोना ये ट्रेंड की कॉपर के ग्लास में पानी पीना है, चांदी के ग्लास में पानी पीना है। इसके सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है, ये क्यों कहा जाता है कि ये बहुत ही अच्छा है कि अगर हम रात में ग्लास में कॉपर के ग्लास में पानी डाल के रखें और सुबह पिए, उसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस है। पहले मैं आपको बताती हूँ सिल्वर का। सिल्वर जो है वो एक नेचुरल एंटीमाइक्रोबियल प्रॉपर्टी रखता है और बैक्टीरियाज को किल एंड वायरसेस को किल करने में हेल्प करता है, साथ ही इसकी एक कूलिंग प्रॉपर्टी होती है। ठीक है ना। तो ये जो है ये इम्यून सिस्टम को स्ट्रांग तो करता ही है, और एक्सेसिव हीट जो होती है, पेट में गर्मी हो जाती है, इसमें अगर आप रात में पानी रख के बच्चे को सुबह पिलाते हैं तो वो एक्सेसिव हीट जो है बॉडी की, वो उसकी रिलीज होगी। उस अब क्योंकि कूलिंग प्रॉपर्टी है तो थोड़ा हाइपर एक्टिविटी को भी रिड्यूस करने में हेल्प करेगा। कॉपर जो है, ताम्र, ये एक एंटीबैक्टीरियल, एंटीफंगल एंड एंटीवायरल प्रॉपर्टीज रखता है, जिससे कि इन्फेक्शन से प्रोटेक्ट करने में हेल्प करता है, टॉक्सिन्स को रिलीज करने में हेल्प करता है। इसीलिए कहते हैं कि रात में रखो और सुबह उठ के सबसे पहले पियो, सो दैट कि वो सीधे गट में जाए एंड गट हेल्थ को इम्प्रूव करे। टॉक्सिन्स को रिलीज करता है, इंप्रूव करता है। एंड WBC, वाइट ब्लड सेल्स, वंदिता मैम ने अभी जो आपको बताया, वाइट ब्लड सेल्स को इनहेंस करता है सो दैट दे कैन इम्प्रूव द द गट हेल्थ, एंड वो इम्यूनिटी को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने में, इन्फेक्शन से प्रोटेक्ट करने में हेल्प करते हैं। ब्रास, पीतल, ब्रास जो है वो एक रिच सोर्स ऑफ जिंक, कॉपर एंड आयरन होता है। इसमें जिंक, कॉपर एंड आयरन कंटेन करता है ये, और इम्यूनिटी को बूस्ट करने में काफी ज्यादा हेल्पफुल है। कोल्ड, कफ, इन्फेक्शन, इन सारी लंग इन्फेक्शन, इन सारी चीजों से प्रोटेक्ट करता है। इसीलिए आपने देखा होगा कि शुरू के टाइम में हम लोग ब्रास के बर्तन बहुत होते थे पुराने जमाने के लोगों के पास। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। सो नाउ अब विष्णु सर आप लोगों को कुछ एक्टिविटीज बताएंगे जो कि ब्रेन बिल्डिंग के लिए, ब्रेन को बूस्ट करने के लिए काफी हेल्पफुल है। विष्णु सर प्लीज कंटिन्यू।
Okay. Can you unmute yourself?
Thank you. Thank you. Speaking. Okay, hi everyone. We are here for another session and a lot more activities today. So, so today I'm going to share a few interesting exercises for 2 reasons. Okay, so I think the topic today is about immune system, and movement is a great resource to make your immune system better. Okay. Now there are 3 reasons for it. It improves blood flow. I think already Vandita ma'am, anthropology have told. It improves blood flow, blood circulation, which will help your immune system and detect infection faster. Okay, it also reduces stress hormone. At the same time, it increases production of immune cells. So there is something known as T cells. Okay, so when you do exercise, okay, not any type of exercise, particular type of exercise, I will tell you what are those exercise. Okay, when we do exercise, it produces T cells, which helps fight virus, bacteria, and other harmful infection, right? I just want to brief you about that. That's all. Let's get started. Today's exercise is about part 1, part 2. Okay, so part 1 is for immune system. Part 2 is for insula, sensory integration, like sensory activation. Okay, for part 1 there is bunch of exercises. Part 2 there are 2 exercises. For part 1, okay, can you put me as the
Yes.
spotlight? Yeah.
I had put you on.
Yeah, thank you. So part 1 is doing any sort of deep pressure exercise. Okay. We often avoid this thinking that no, it might hurt my child, but that's wrong. Any deep pressure exercise, right? Or heavyweight exercise, they say, not weights, deep pressure exercise is great to make your immune system better. Now, what are those deep pressure exercise? 3 exercises we're going to do today. One is plank, crab walk, and squat. Okay. Now, how do you make a child do this? You can make a child do in any format. So what is a plank? Plank is just holding yourself like this. That's it. As simple as that. So it is giving you pressure. It is basically activating those muscles. The more active muscles, the more better the immune is. Okay. So this is plank. You can count till 30, count till 20, count till maybe start with 20, move to 30. Okay. Excess of this exercise is not good. Minimum 30 seconds, 20 seconds. You can play a game saying that count till 20, ask them to stay, take a break, another 20. 1 or 2 sets is great in a day. One is plank. Got it? Any sort of plank. So you can play around with plank, like a side plank or the other side. The idea is to give deep pressure to your muscle. Got it? The idea is to give deep pressure to your muscles. You can come up with any sort of variations you want. Not a problem at all. Got it? Now that's first exercise. Deep pressure, plank, 20 counts, 30 counts, 2 sets. Got it? Number 1. Number 2. Remember the first time I shared exercise, there's something known as bear walk. Something similar to that, we were doing a crab walk. Got it? Now again, the reason behind it is giving deep pressure to the muscles. Now how do you do crab walk? Observe carefully. You sit like this, your fingertip facing outward. Got it? You lift your pelvis up, chest up. Just walk forward and back. Right? Again, you can do 5 to 8 steps. Okay, not more than that. It might hurt the shoulders. 5 to 8 steps and backward. Relax. Again, 5 to 8 steps, come back, relax. If your child is more agile, more active and little stronger, 10 steps, 12 steps, and come back. 3 to 4 times in a day is more than enough. Here, this is not a muscle building exercise, nor a core building exercise. No. Why we are doing exercise? To activate those muscles by putting deep pressure. When you put pressure, it activates the muscles. That's all. Because a lot of cells are dead. You need to activate them, right? So you have to do some deep pressure exercises. That is the objective here. Do not get confused with muscle building. No, we are not building any muscle here. This is very simple. 5, 8 steps is more than enough. Got it? The third exercise is squat. Just sit down and come up. Sit down, come up. Got it? This is very simple. Okay. Is it clear, everyone? Three exercises. Not able to see comments. Clear? It's very simple exercises. That is part 1 to build. 3 exercises I'm sharing. Plank, you have crab walk, and you have squat. Deep pressure exercises. Okay. And in case if you have invented any exercise to give deep pressure, please share that in the group. That will also be good for others. Got it? How many squat? You can do 5 times maximum. 5, 6. Again, idea is not strength. 5, 6 maximum. Take a break. Take a break. Try to practice these deep pressure exercise thrice a week, not 5 days a week. Not every day, thrice a week. Crab walk. Not bear hugs, crab walk. Crab walk, again, 5 to 8 times, 3 times. 3 sets basically. Going forward, coming back is 1 set. Like that, 3 set we are doing. Got it? Any more questions? If I've missed out something, please let me. Everything 3 times. 3 days a week, 3 sets, 3 to 5 times minimum. Yeah, keep in this ratio all the time. Yes. So this is part 1. That is your movement for immune system. right? So when I said any movement does not work, the reason some movement does not activate those muscles, right? Some movement works for a different reason, right? Any deep pressure movement, running is a good movement. Running is a great movement, right? Running also you can include, but again, it shouldn't exert. Plank. First exercise is plank. Second exercise is crab walk. Third exercise is squat. Got it? Any more? This is a deep pressure in case. So I'm giving you in case if you're coming with more deep pressure exercise, please share that in the group, right? So everyone can. So the idea is to give deep pressure to the muscle. That's it. And in a very, very 5 times, 3 times view. Perfect. Correct. Yeah. This is the part 1. We're moving to part 2. Part 2 is very interesting. Part 2 is to trigger insula. Insula is a part of your brain which, is more functions for sensory activity, right? Understanding sensory elements in the body. Insula is known for that. So if insula is better, a child can be sensitive. Basically, it can do so. Your occupation therapy, what you do in that sensory activities, what you do is to improve insula, right? When insula is better, your sensory reaction becomes much more better. Got it? 2 exercises. Sitting at home, we can do this. 2 props you need. First prop, 1 balloon. Second prop, a box and some sensory toys. Sensory. Okay, more questions are there? I'm sorry. Got it. A box, okay, where any sort of soft toy is there or any hard object is also there. It's fine. The idea is 1 box and 1 balloon which is blown. Okay. The first exercise, it is known as attack the balloon. Okay. Now this is very interesting. Any exercise to stop bedwetting. We'll come back to you on this. Okay. Okay. Got it. Second part of exercise. Again, I'm repeating for those of you who have not heard. It is to trigger insula, not insulin. Insulin is a very different thing. Insula. Insula is a part of your brain which is responsible for your sensory reactions. When you do this exercise, it activates your sensory part. That's it. Okay. First exercise. It's called balloon attack. So you ask child not to take your balloon to the floor. Okay. He should not touch the balloon to the floor. He should keep tapping the balloon. Now, while tapping the balloon, one time he or she can tap only with one part of your body. For example, finger, elbow, palm, knee. Got it? One tap is any one part of the body. Got it? One more time. Finger. Okay. After finger, you have knee, you have elbow, you have palm, you have knee again. So the idea is, okay, this chat going on. Okay. So the idea is making sure that every body part is included to function the sensory. Got it? It's called balloon mystery. One tap, one time, only one part of the body. Got it? And make it more interesting and try to do for 1 minute. Keep the timer for 1 minute. Right? Keep the timer for 1 minute so that the child can figure out a way to, tap the balloon. Give some reward with it so that it becomes more interesting and efficient for the child. Got it? This is the first exercise. Attacking the balloon. Any doubt in this? Mantaji is actually writing down. For a doubt, please ask on the group. The second is called mystery box. As the name says, ball cannot be used because you need to tap, right? So it should float. So it give 2 to 3 seconds to understand which part of the body to use. So balloon is the ideal thing, and you can only use balloon. No hard thing. No object which has weight, light weight, which floats. Balloon. It has to bounce. It has to be light. Correct. Right. Then only becomes fun. Got it? Only balloon. So buy a balloon, blow it out, and let's try it out. Yeah. This is your first exercise. Second, mystery box. Got it? Now in mystery box, let's say all you have to do is this. The child shouldn't see what is inside the box. Okay? The child shouldn't see what is inside the box. I put a balloon inside. Maybe you can close his eyes with a towel or keep a plate here, anything. So the idea is the child shouldn't see. Maybe a child can see it from, test it from here, or child can close your eyes and test it, or turn the side. Anyway, the idea is child shouldn't see. After touching whatever the object is there inside the box, he or she should guess what is there. So I have a balloon. I'm able to feel it's a balloon. He should touch and feel and sense what is there inside. Okay? This is a great exercise to improve your sensory organs. You can keep anything. You can keep any object, ideally. Right? And again, you can make it more interesting. As interesting. Keep different things. Keep something very similar. He or she should get confused about what is there. Maybe is it a tissue or is it a kerchief? Something like that. Got it? Very simple exercise. Small box is also enough, not necessarily big box. Small box. 1 or 2 objects or 5 objects. Keep it. Right? Whenever you get time. So these 2 exercises, you can do it anytime. The breathing exercise, what I showed you, so you can do anytime. Some exercise like deep pressure exercises, and there's one more, the initial exercise, do 3 days a week, 5 days a week, not every day, because a lot of body muscle is used in that. Here, it is a continuous exercise to build your brain. So every day and more number of times is better. Got it? Any doubt? Today, I think I shared around 5 exercises in 2 parts. Part number 1 for immune, part number 2 for insula. Any doubt, please ask. Breathing exercise, there's a recording. The recordings are there for breathing exercise. The recordings will be shared, but it's just 3 breathing exercises I've done. Okay. We will share the recording. Yeah, so that everything is there in that. That's a long topic to touch. And the next activity when we meet, we will do 2 breathing exercises again and few activities. Got it? So next time we are doing NSDR. So NSDR is a non-sleep deep rest exercise. Great to calm your child's brain. For today's session, any doubt? 5 exercises I've shared. No doubt? All clear? Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Once again, thank you to Tata Power Trust, NIPIT, and the Autism Program of the Tata Power Trust that we got this opportunity to do this. And I think we have a couple of questions. Now all of you are part of the group. You will see Rupali ji as the admin. Some of you have very specific questions. If you can repeat your questions, send a copy of that question either on the group or to Rupali ji, then we will do our research and we will text you back with the information. Okay. I don't know where you are, Vaishali. We are based out of Bangalore. We do plan to start some adventure events once a month in Bangalore. So, okay. I can put you in touch with somebody who does adventure events or maybe something like a picnic. But I think what you are looking at is an activity center. We do plan to open up some kind of a center with activities in the next 6 to 8 months, but in Bangalore again. But let me see. I will probably try to put you in touch with somebody if I get to know. In the meantime, Vishali, if you or somebody from your family or your helper, anybody can do these fun activities with your child at home, that will really, really help, way more than anything else. Okay, okay, guys, thank you. We will see you soon. When is the next session? Yeah, online classes, I think. Let me come back to you. We have started online classes on nutrition once a month. Maybe we can do some online classes where Vishnu sir can take all of the main activities and breathing and other techniques. Let me speak to him when we can plan to do that. We will first ask you guys how many are interested because I think we will need a minimum number of people. Um, uh, so we will be in touch with you regarding that. Okay, in the WhatsApp group, you will get to know when is the next session. So see you all then. Bye-bye.